Folks, I'll be sharing my techniques and this technology at these upcoming spaces. Sure hope to meet you there.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, October the 18th, and this is the Futures in 5, running a little behind today, so we will zip it along. Taking a look at this sideways formation, we are landlocked underneath this 2812 area. We are more vulnerable to selling than we would be up above here. You can see us building in the volume profile. The loss of 2896 is going to give us trouble today. That's what we'll watch for. Otherwise, we're going to sit landlocked in here. You got to watch these edges. Very, very important today. Watch your edges, watch your size. Taking a look at the NQ, if you go back to some of the earlier recordings, you're going to see this entire region with little to no volume, and we've started packing it in. Here it is in the space. We've got resistance at about 73.42, support at about 72.58. So let's move that level up there. You can see that anywhere below that line, we're going to be prone to selling. And so watch the edges of support. We've been buying there. If we stop buying there, we're going to fade. It's as simple as that. If we take a look at the edges of the congestion zone combined with where the thin volume is, we can see that there's a ton of motion left to move to the downside there. So you really want to pay attention to that. Taking a look at the YM, this one also doing the same thing. If you look at last week's profile, you can see that this whole region is brand new, filling in the volume areas. My suspicion is anywhere below this 25,700, 25,740, really, we're going to be susceptible to selling. That's something that we really want to be cautious about. Support zones, that's a bit tricky. We've got rejection areas down here at 25,550, 25,547, but we could slip all the way into the major area of support. We do seem to be landlocked, filling in the volume profile, so my suspicion is dips lower to fill in this area before we have a shot at the upside. Not really sure which way that one's going to go, but that's what we'll watch for. Big fade here, lost this area, big collapse in the motion, lots of build in the space. And so, last week I talked a little bit about how big the rig counts were and why I thought that was sort of a warning signal. That's something that we got to think about. So this break of this line, notice how nicely it pulled all the way down into this area. We're now at 68.60, 67.78 to 67.90. Really fair support zones in here for the chart to fade. If we don't, we're headed to 66.50. And so that is something really you want to watch. Take a look at the big motion. This is last month's profile sitting here in the space. You'll see that edge all the way into 67.76. And then, we can look at watching it reclaim these areas. Otherwise, we are headed really just where I said down there into 66.70 or so. All right, lastly, we'll take a look at gold. I do believe gold is building a bottoming formation. It's caught in a major congestion zone, and so we can see the fades, but only after the double top. We had a big motion here, so the failure to recapture this area around 1229 going to give us a little bit of a deeper rotation. Could come all the way back into the edge of this congestion area. Look at where the low volume profile is. You know what, folks? We could really build that in. It could come all the way down into this area before moving forward. The problem with shorting on the break of the support zones is that the motion is bullish. We have low, high, higher low, higher high. That's going to telegraph a higher low, or the expectation of a higher low. That's going to mean folks are going to want to buy these bottoms, and so you're going to open up a lot of risk taking the short trade. At the breakdown, you want to look for the failed bounce for that to happen. All right, that's it. Good luck trading today.